Debbie?
Yep.
Hey, Debbie.
Hello.
Hello.
Good. Now we have a form.
Yay! We are not complete, but we have one more.
Not sure about BJ.
Well, they said that Lynn or his mother are in a doctor's office or
Yes.
hospital or someplace.
Yeah, I knew his mother-in-law was not well.
Yeah, she's not.
And BJ says Lynn's spunky one day and scary the next.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always been that way to me, but
I think, yeah.
she's definitely a lady I probably wouldn't cross.
I stand by it.
Definitely a lady I wouldn't cross.
You picked her right then.
It's probably what keeps BJ
Picked a
in
good
straight and
one.
narrow.
That's
Well, straight and narrow BJ can be.
right.
How are you? Thanks for the note.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, it's 7 o'clock. I'll call it to order. Motion to approve the agenda for the work session.
So moved.
Then moved and seconded. Who's that? Notice. Moved and seconded to approve the agenda for the work session. All in favor?
Hi.
All opposed? Passes. All right, so the first thing is library committee update, which would be Nick and Destiny. Star has included some questions that she has or things that she thinks may be relevant to discuss for contract purposes or at least topics of interest during discussion.
Okay. So, I have to take my glasses off. See what I'm
I had to clean mine so I could see.
So, I guess, let's see if we have all of the
Oh, we can
answers.
start with, you guys did have a meeting at one point?
Correct, on
We
Monday.
did on Monday.
Okay. About how long? Like an hour and a half?
Yeah, about an hour.
Yeah, about an hour.
And let's see, we discussed the finances that the city has, that we carry for the,
Oh, the financial burden the city has.
that the city has.
Okay.
And as best as we can say, it is approximately 10,000 a year. And that is at the 2 days a week. That's without any additional events.
Okay.
Now, with the extended events, there can be additional expenses if we are doing additional cleaning or with increase of electricity, running air conditioning or heating or anything like that. So it is kind of hard to weigh because of the electricity bills or things like that.
And if this is new 13% they want to add on at the first of the year.
Exactly. So we are trying to kind of,
Only 4% for gas, so. Sorry,
Yay.
but I
So-
make sure I get a Vista's full plug in there for you guys.
but we did kind of do the best judgment that we can. So it's 10,000 is approximate for the annual cost of the city. And
That includes inside, outside maintenance.
outside maintenance is a little bit harder.
It is.
Um,
I'll give you that one.
So I don't have a great number on that one just yet, but right now,
If it helps, it takes roughly 45 minutes to mow that area.
and I,
At least once a week. And you figure an average guy is gonna be $25 an hour to do
Okay.
that. And I would add $10 to $20 for mower wear and tear.
Mhm.
Actually, probably closer to 30 with that hill in there for that lawnmower.
Difficult to figure in costs for things like
Yeah.
the roof
and then for,
and furnaces and things like that.
It hasn't got a new roof in a long time, so
Right.
it's probably getting close. I do know that the outside of the building is due for
Paint,
mortar.
things like that.
No, don't paint it, but mortar.
Okay.
The mortar's coming off.
yeah, so there are still costs that we're trying to get a grasp on.
Okay.
But right now for the actual, like, I can tell you for the water, sewer, electricity, garbage, which has been cut. So that was garbage when we paid it, but now we bring the garbage over here.
Yeah, we always bring the garbage over here,
Right.
but we've lowered our can size.
Right, so
Tremendously.
that was with a reduction of costs, like cutting the garbage costs and only bringing in and only calculating like a very small portion of our costs now. Building insurance, cleaning supplies that we are using, that's paper supplies, because we provide the paper products, toilet paper, paper towels. The administrative
Hand soap.
support, hand soap, administrative support, which is the wages for the way we have to calculate it is the time that it takes for currently Star, but for the clerk, when we have a clerk, to pay all of the water, sewer, electric, any bills, custodial services, because we have to pay a custodian to clean the building. We have to pay the maintenance guy to run and do all the maintenance work. So this is the calculation that we have to figure out. So that's that breakdown. It's also the hourly wages of the custodian, and that is having somebody go and clean it at the cost that we can have somebody right now. But that's not calculating a full-time, or not full-time, but if we had a full paid, like an actual L&I paid.
Gotcha.
Right now,
Hourly employee.
hourly employed. Now, right now, we're utilizing the Albion, or not, it's a grant,
It's the Work First program.
Work First program.
Or
If we were
something
to,
similar to that.
correct, if we were to lose that option and we had to employ at a full L&I, paid position, it would be a lot more, because we would have to pay at Washington wages and L&I, so we would be looking at a much higher expense, and that's not calculated in there.
Okay.
So I could and should actually go in there and calculate that, because I need to figure out how many hours that is and what that would cost us, because I don't know how long that current program that we're with would
I don't know either.
would be.
So we don't know
Do
how
you
long. she'll
remember
be
how
staying.
many hours we used to pay the old librarian to do it?
Up to 10 hours a month.
a month. Okay, so that's
That's at least someplace to start.
Yeah.
And we don't know how long this gal is able to stay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's
how-
probably, it's how long the program has funding, would be my assumption.
Yeah, I really don't know much about the program
Yeah.
itself.
So that's also an impact to the city, and that comes out of the city funds, or and that's an impact to us financially. It's a financial constraint. So I need to find out what the financial impact is for our bucket. And that's what I'm working on, and then Nick's
We were
working
also
on
curious
stuff.
at looking at beyond what the people of Endicott are already putting into the library, what we have put into the library at a county level, and reached out to the assessor to get an idea of how much of our property taxes are going to the Whitman County Library.
4.5%.
3.9 is the closest we can find.
And
Right.
published on the internet that we could find. So
Okay.
he's got to call in to find.
I stopped in there, but they were at a conference or something like that, and they're supposed to call it.
I thought it was 4.5, what I read somewhere, but
Yeah, right. It's a little hard to track down.
Yeah.
So, and that's just more
the
to,
school's like 40.
Yeah.
Not really, but it feels like it's.
and it's really more to help people understand how much they're contributing to
Mhm.
already through the city and through, their property taxes.
Right.
So we
You'd be
just thought that
surprised
was
how many
kind of,
people I talk to that think that all the property taxes come back to the town.
yeah.
They don't
and-
realize that it's broke out amongst the whole county based
Yeah,
on
we don't see that
population.
money.
Actually, your tax assessed money comes from your census. So it's very important, people, to do your census.
Yeah.
Fill it out correctly and truthfully. It helps everybody.
So let's see if we can answer any of these yet. But if not, Nick and I can work on these and get the rest of this.
But we kind of put together a couple of of options at least to
yeah.
get started. And,
She did read through those options. She says, make sure that you are 100% clear. Don't leave anything vague. If
Okay.
you want this not to happen, state, I do not want blank. I want blank.
Correct.
So
Okay,
if you
okay.
say, or as is, or shall, or may be, or it's all about the verbiage, then they can
Correct.
twist it and use it against you versus.
Right,
using it
and
how
I
they
didn't, when I wrote those contracts out and I tried to make sure, or they're not full contracts yet.
Right.
They're just options thrown together to
Right,
be presented to everyone to.
That's where a lot of this itemized stuff is, to make sure that it's
Right.
in that final
Okay.
draft that we're gonna provide
Yes.
to them when it is ready, that it is clear, very clear on how they're gonna
Excellent.
operate, how we're gonna operate, where there's no gray areas.
Okay, that's great.
But that becomes a challenge when you don't even know the questions to ask. I mean,
Right.
we can't forecast what they might think.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%.
That's hard. We have noticed that in the town too.
Yes, no, 100%.
No, and this is good because this helps us to narrow down a lot in those.
And this is just stuff that she has noticed in 16 years of being a clerk,
Right,
dealing with different kind of contracts, that these are things that she's been burned on before.
right.
So she wanted to make sure that we had a full understanding of how those contracts may look.
No, and that makes a lot of sense because I don't write contracts for buildings. I write contracts for
Software.
software and
Slightly
and
different.
and steel.
And these are public contracts, so they're a little different than a private
Yeah.
contract and things like that, so.
So no, this will help us for guidelines when we go back and,
This is
perfect,
great.
thank you. Awesome,
You guys got anything else on that?
no, we're good, thank you.
Okay, so the water use and water rates, so that is a topic that I've kind of hit on a little bit in the last few months. Just so you guys are aware, from the 1st to the 15th, we're at 2 million gallons of water usage.
Have you been able to,
We have one tiny leak. That's it. Everything else is going through meters. I looked at meters and it's.
The numbers are matching, we've got,
Yep.
it's all getting paid for,
Wow,
okay?
2 million gallons in 15 days is a lot of water,
that
boys,
is crazy.
ladies.
So
Yeah, we
people-
get it. Yeah, we're good.
what was our usage last year at this?
Last year it was 130.
Jesus.
Well, not a day. Yeah.
No. So,
I don't know. I didn't get like half days because Ron didn't take photos and keep as good of records as I've been keeping. Because it's kind of sporadic when it comes
well,
to.
but we should at least have the billing records, right? We can look at how much went through that way,
Sure.
in theory.
So our meters aren't set right. They're set right for billing purposes, but some read in thousands and others read in hundreds.
Oh, so
So it's hard to get the calculations. I mean, we'd have to. I mean, I
you
could
gotta
sit
go
down
through and make sure that
Yes,
this one
we're
was
working on
hundreds, this
getting
one
that.
was thousands, I
We're
get you.
getting the meters set up so they're all.
So they're all on
the
the same,
Yes. The handheld tells us how many gallons went through,
no matter which it does
Yeah,
it?
but it
Okay,
doesn't-
well, that makes it at least.
but it doesn't. It's hard to calculate.
No, I get what you're saying.
And we've had a lot of changes in town since last year as well, as far as different type of residents who
But
have.
I'm curious what that number normally is, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
So it's protect.
yes, it's high, but is it always high?
Our town is always high, 100%. I mean, it is. I mean, it doesn't help that we water 12 acres off our well. I'm not trying to pick on the school, but when their sprinklers run, every time they do a cycle through their sprinkler system, is about 25,000 gallons of water.
well, they did just fill the pool, would that have impacted that?
Well, some,
This was,
112,000 gallons.
Okay,
this
So-
was before that, wasn't it?
yeah, not
fraction,
even,
a fraction,
not even
but-
a dent.
You know, so you think about it, you know, the average household sprinkler, you know, the clinker style sprinkler is roughly 30 gallons a minute.
And have we seen a huge uptick in the household usage?
But it's not like
Not
And
like.
we've seen a lot of
massive.
inflow.
one per, yeah, I mean, it's
Clean
not.
inflow from sump pumps would be my guess is why. Because when we water usage was slightly down comparatively, the sewer number came down. And then once we started going up in the water usage, I'm trying to do it nicely. The water that's coming through the sewer plant is clear. It's not wastewater, if that makes sense. According to my sedilometer test and my mixed liquor test, solids aren't there. It's clean water coming through the system. So it's leaching back into the sumps
Yeah.
and being pumped into the storm drain, which is the sewer now, because that's not where it's supposed to go, but that's where it's going.
So
So
could it be
you're overwatering.
Could it be leaks in basements?
Well, it's groundwater coming back up. They're
Yeah.
overwatering. It's seeping back through like rain would. Like we have an inflow problem when it rains. Same system. They're watering. You know, I know several people in town that water every day for hours.
We can
at a
look
day.
at watering restrictions like other towns do,
Right.
Well,
And
then
that
we
was one of
need
my
to
ideas.
start thinking about that anyway.
especially this.
Coleman's already got.
Yeah, they started June 1st.
Yes.
Like
Didn't we do that last fall, not late summer?
No, we didn't
we
last
talked
year.
about
I
it.
don't think
No,
it's
last
been
year we
done
did
since
not.
I've been here.
It'd be like one side of the tracks be Wednesday,
No, we
like
didn't.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
The other side would be Tuesday,
Yeah,
Thursday,
I've
Saturday.
had that in a couple of
Right.
different
No,
towns.
we didn't.
I quit watering.
You're so good.
I know,
I
and I
stopped
love to
last
water, I love to have my green grass.
We talked about it, we
I
never
stopped.
did
I
it.
stopped last year too, though.
I did.
but-
I never stopped. No.
No, we discussed it at one point, but
I know we
never,
did, but,
I don't think we ever put
We
it.
never
so
put
anybody
anything
who
in
stopped, so it was just because they
But
wanted
we
to
water
stop.
2 days a week.
Like the
That's
median, the median
So-
quit getting water.
That's because Ron put water in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was just a choice of citizens to just do the
Yeah.
thing.
But if we were to put in place a drought watering,
And if we start seeing a significant change in usage,
if people actually followed it,
well, again,
Right.
if we see a change in usage, then we're at least shifting it in the right direction,
Right.
right?
Right.
I mean, all we're doing is shortening the life of our well right now, basically, right?
And the expenditure of chlorine and
right,
electricity.
Yeah.
which is a cost reduction.
Could be.
Well, if we're able to extend.
The
Yeah.
life of the well it will be.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
We
yeah,
sure don't have the
the
money,
well
we
right now
sure
is
don't have the money to
87%
dig another well.
versus the 99 that is normal.
Big no.
No.
Actually, this morning when I checked the well, it was at 74% of its capacity. And it usually, like I said, it usually sits about 99. So
Wow.
it's drawn down hard
Wow.
full.
And begin
And
with
not
summer.
replenishing how it needs to.
Well, the groundwater, yeah, it's not seeping in. It doesn't have enough time to replenish before it
First,
flips back
sucking it
on.
back out. Yeah.
You know, so the fall, the curve, if you will, is 10 to 12 points each time the well comes on. And we're not allowing for it to build back up
Yeah.
before we're using it again. I mean, so I put the new chlorine in on the first, and we're quarter barrel down already.
Wow.
And our chlorine numbers are low, not unsafe low, but low.
Yeah.
I try to keep it as low as I can so the taste and all that stuff goes away, but we're below where I would be comfortable saying that's where it needs to be. Try to keep it at a 1 and we're like a 0.8. Which doesn't seem like a lot of difference, but it does when you're talking chlorine. And we have had some pretty big usage in the last week or two, but
Known usage, known that we know, or
it's
it's
just, you know, the
reflected
pool.
in, well,
the
yeah,
pool's
the
a big
pool,
one.
of course.
More
Um,
people-
You mentioned this
more
before,
people
the pool
watering,
was even-
too.
Yeah, the pool hadn't even filled
Yeah.
yet when you
Yeah.
first brought this
Yeah,
up.
no, the school started watering, that's always a huge one.
Yeah.
We started watering the parks. Multiflora takes a bunch of water, it's a
Yeah.
huge park, and it doesn't look any better now since I started watering than when I didn't water it, to tell you the truth. I'm not trying to be mean about the
No,
park,
but it
but
looks good.
it doesn't even appear to be greening up at all. And I don't know
I
if it's
think
just
it looks
old,
good.
I think it's just old grass myself.
Well,
but-
probably true.
And it's hard, it needs aerated or torn out or something, or you're done.
Get some of those aerator shoes and just
We-
walk
we
around.
feed her some other stuff or
They're not as easy to walk in as you think.
I know,
No, they're
right?
not.
No.
Those are horrible. No, those are dumb. A little
Anyways,
roller
and then-
ones are easier.
It is that time of year, start discussing the water rates.
Mm-hmm.
like every year, according to our contract with the DOE for the well and the sewer plant, it mandates we do 3% increase of sewer.
Mhm.
So we can either do that just a flat rate on the base rate. You could do it by reducing or reducing the amount of water we give for that price. Either way, it considers it an increase.
We want to put it on the work session next month or
Yeah.
start the discussion?
And then we should probably
never goes
review the way we charge for the hydrometer and standpipes and garden water.
I agree.
Because according to the state, that's wasteful water. It's not for human consumption. They consider it wasteful water. So they should have different billing procedures on those. Like,
Not
if
having.
you get the hydrometer, you shouldn't get 6,000 gallons of water for the
Before you start getting.
first $40.
That's true, that's understandable.
You get 2 water trucks, which most projects in town is only 2 water trucks for $40. That's cheap for
Right,
6,000 gallons of water.
I agree with that.
Well,
Yeah.
especially for commercial uses too.
Right.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's like 0.035 per gallon. So you start adding it up, it goes up pretty quick. So like when the pool fills now, it's not too bad on them. It's like $140 or $160. If we charge the hydrometer like most places do, it'd be $340. So with the hydrometer, I need to buy a $1,000 back check because we don't have one on ours. When they bought it, they didn't buy one to go with it. So I have to buy one of those. I'm gonna buy a non-potable. It's about half the cost. Actually, it's a quarter of the cost, non-potable, because the other one was $4,000 and some dollars.
In the water bills, are we sending out a reminder for all the people, not specific to the people that have sprinklers, but in the water bills?
About the
Are we-
backflow.
Yeah. I asked last year if we could make sure that in the upcoming springtime,
Mhm.
summer water bill, we could put a note on there that
We could add it to it. I don't know how people look at the water bills, but
Yeah.
I've asked several people how they like the flyer that I sent out, and they said, "Oh, there's a flyer in there."
I didn't get a flyer in mine.
I did.
I did not. I did
About
not- I'm
what
not-
you can and can't flush.
Yep, and then how the chlorine works while we're doing the chlorine.
I never got a flyer in my water
Really?
bill.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I got
I
it.
will
Yeah.
tell you that. I
I
didn't
thought it
have a
was
flyer in my water bill.
informative too.
I'm not a picture guy. Star made me put pictures on it.
They were
I'm a-
lovely.
I'm an information guy. I'm good with words, not pictures.
Pictures help people look at
Yes,
them.
it does.
But I tried to get out as much
Now I
information.
wanna
as I
see this
can.
flyer.
I'll get you when I got one in the office.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I try to get it so it understands
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
we're talking
I
about.
thought it was quite interesting.
I thought it was very, very clear.
Yeah, I did too.
So we'll put that on a work session.
Yeah, I just think that it would be a nice reminder, because every time I go out in my yard and I think about that, I gotta call and make my appointment for that sprinkler check, and
The town just did theirs on Saturday.
because that's a responsibility of the homeowner.
Correct. It's an RCW actually.
Yeah. So I just think having that as a reminder on that would be
And that's
nice.
any cross
Even if they
connection.
don't read their water bill.
Right. Okay.
Anything that can flow back.
Yes. Any cross.
Could be worthwhile having that posted. Maybe Misty could put something out. I can ask her
Yeah,
to.
that's a good. idea.
Fence ordinance. I haven't had a chance to look at this, so I just sent this over to me too. I think we're getting close to the final verdict so we can vote on it. I think this is what one of the agencies uses.
What about
My big
what about existing properties that are outside of these regulations already?
You
That's
already
not-
read this whole thing?
Whatever we do about it, you can't. I mean,
Well, no, I don't know. That's what
Tear
I'm-
it
that's-
down.
Guess, no, that's what I'm asking. Well, ones that are, specifically ones that are behind fences and stuff like that, or that are already behind the fence.
I guess if the two property owners wanna fight it out, that's on them. I mean, it's not a city problem. I mean, now it's on the city side of things, it would become our issue, but.
Well, no, like it shall not obstruct utility meters, so we've got people who are already doing that now, correct?
Correct. We would just tell them that that needs to not. Either you move your fence or.
You probably have to cut it out and build around.
Right. Right. I will tell you that utility meters are sort of subject with me because none of them are in the same spot. Makes no sense, there's no rhyme or reason to where the utility boxes are. None
frustrating.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like the houses on G Street are actually on H Street.
And then there's how many that are in basements?
Just one.
Oh,
Two.
there's only
Just two.
Okay.
Well, maybe only one. One or two. There's only a couple.
So how did they do that in the past when there were several? Like, for example, my house, it used to be in the basement, right? And they took it out to the street.
You just walk into your basement and read it.
Well, no,
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 you
what
think
I
I'm
mean
joking?
is-
I'm
They
100%.
Yeah,
did,
they
we
did.
only just barely got the Wi-Fi stuff.
No.
The wireless.
What I mean is,
How did they do it, like, when they said, we're gonna, I guess you didn't enforce changing it, you just got the homeowner's permission and said, we wanna move that outside.
and the homeowners were all like, cool, go for it.
We just put them here.
Okay,
We
so,
added it. They may have came in and took your meter out. I don't know.
yeah,
But
we don't have the meter in the house.
Yeah. so when they put the meter in up at Val's house, they just went to where the line is.
Oh, and
They
just
added
left the other meter.
As far as I know, the other meter's still in her house.
Okay.
Which it's, as long as you're further up the line, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't,
That's-
Maybe when our house was vacant, they just came in and took it out at that point.
Very
I
well
don't
could have
know.
been the case. Because it wasn't hooked up anyways, because she bypassed it.
Oh, okay. I just wondered if that would be
Disconnected
a
most of the
problem
stuff
if
in the
you
house.
were to go and at some point say, all right, we
Larry,
need these
Larry Jim.
outside of the property.
Jim, mailman Jim, over here.
Yeah.
His is still in the basement.
Okay, so if you were
He's a little
to,
blocked by the steps, you read.
No kidding.
if somebody said, I wanna build a fence around my house, and there's, the utility meter is now on the other side of the fence, maybe down inside their basement. Say the one person, it's in their basement, and now that needs to be on the outside. Is there gonna be some kind of situation where now it has to be moved by the city outside the fence?
Well, we would have to put the meter in.
Yeah, so you can't build the fence until that's moved. How's that? I don't know, never mind. Alright, clearly I'm having a blunt discussion.
So you're saying he put the fence up and then we decided we need to get to his meter.
How does the discussion happen? He wants to put in a fence.
Mm-hmm.
His meter is in his basement.
Okay.
And you have to say, okay, your meter has to be, we have to put a meter on this outside of your fence.
We'd go and put a meter where the meter would go. We
Okay,
find his line that runs into his basement, we dig a hole, cut his pipe, slap the
you're
meter in
fine.
there.
And
Now
that
you build the
cost
fence
is
around.
on the city or
Yep,
the homeowner? Okay, it's fine.
Because we own everything to the meter. So if it's already in its house, we own the line, so it'd be on us.
So
That
the
won't
inside
hold
house would
him,
just be the
that won't
same.
hold his fence up or anything like that. It's all, you're good.
Well, it would to a point until I got the meter in the ground.
Okay.
Or the city guy got the meter in the ground. But,
Okay. Just making sure.
which is weird that they're on the property line anyways, because traditionally they're on like in the sidewalk.
On the city side.
On the
not-
city side, that way.
That way they can't put a fence around it.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you.
And if they do put them on the city, on the homeowner side, there's usually a street stop that we can access to turn off the water.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, you can order meters without on-off bells.
No, I think that looks good though.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, well, I'll have her draw up an official resolution then when we get to that button up next section.
So did they start the scrub seal today?
No.
I saw a bunch of the
17th
work
it looks
signs
like.
or whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I didn't know. I didn't actually see anybody working, but I did see the orange signs
It looks
everywhere.
like it's Wednesday.
I haven't seen any orange signs yet.
No, those are something else, I think, no?
Oh,
Where?
there's a bunch of detour stuff going on.
Oh, that's the train.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just saw
they
it when I
never
came back
took
from
it down.
Colfax today.
No, that's.
I
that's
just
the train.
assumed it was something to do with.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was starting
Yeah.
today too, for some reason.
Yeah, no.
When?
No, not until Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So this is just a flyer I'm gonna pass out tomorrow after work. To those residents that will need to move said stuff off the street.
I moved mine.
I see that. I did talk to TIB today. I don't know how I got anything done at my real job today, to tell you the truth, dealing with everything else city related. I pleaded my case. They're gonna do C Street,
Hey.
Oh,
all of C Street,
Yeah,
from
nice.
Margin to Third,
Really?
from Margin to Fourth,
Beautiful.
the
Wow.
whole shawanger.
Good.
Nice.
So, and it's only $10,000 more. So I don't understand why.
Yeah, what was
Which
the
we're,
big deal?
which we're way under
Mhm.
still, right?
Which I don't understand how this street's $10,000 more. The whole project was only $110,000. I don't do the math well in my head because it doesn't math to me, but it is like 900 some odd feet. So that's probably where it was because the whole project was only like 1,800 or something. A
Mhm.
mobilization fee and traffic and
That takes a lot of it, yeah. Especially to come out here.
yeah, so we're supposed to start maybe bringing gravel and piling it in the driveway or parking lot here tomorrow, maybe, or he might just haul it all on Wednesday. So first thing Wednesday morning, they're gonna be here at 7 o'clock, he said, if not earlier. They're gonna start on H.
Okay.
No, I lied. Hill. On Hill, because that is 4 to 5 inches of gravel on top of the asphalt. They want to get that stripped down to the asphalt to see what the asphalt looks like.
wow.
Yeah. So it's not uncommon to fix potholes with gravel and then just lay gravel over the whole road.
Right.
And that's what's going on that street is that you get to the bottom where the pothole is, there's a pothole, and you get to the bottom of the pothole, it's asphalt, not gravel anymore. So someone had overlaid the road with gravel.
So they're gonna,
It was a cheaper repair than it would be to re-asphalt.
so they're gonna strip the gravel
Yep.
and then relay whatever they're
Yep, they're gonna do it. It's a dirty chip seal essentially, but they're gonna scrub seal it is what they're calling it. So they lay a layer of emulsion.
What's happening to all that gravel? Is there someplace else that we can use that here in town?
Or it'll go to the side of the road
Oh.
under the ditches and make ways. Yeah. Unless there's an abundance of it, and I don't know what they'll probably
You
reuse
said it
some
was
of
how
it.
thick? That's what, that's.
Yeah, they might
that's
reuse
what
some of it to fill in some of the holes, and then
Hey,
because when they get down to the base layer, so like on Church Street, they'll come in, they'll put a shot of a thicker oil,
mhm.
fill the hole, shoot it again, roll it a few times, and then they'll do the whole scrub seal over the whole thing. It's a 2 different ratio of oil to gravel to do the patching.
Compared to what they actually lay down.
Yeah, because then when they do the final product, it's an emulsion over the top, kind of a dirty gravel, like a dirty chip seal.
Mhm.
They have to roll it 6 times with their heavy roller, and then they'll let it sit until after harvest. They're not going to fog coat right away. They're going to wait till after harvest to come back and fog coat in September-ish, and then they'll come over the sweet fog coat, and then they'll be done. There's no striping other than the crosswalk on Margin.
Right.
There's no striping anywhere else.
Yeah.
So, but when they get done, it'll be a black one. It won't be this.
Right. So
We have equipment to stripe at all?
No.
BJ said he has
Yeah.
access to a
Yeah.
striper.
Have you guys ever tried to stripe with what BJ's talking about?
No.
No.
It's like striping a ball field.
Really?
It is not great.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Disregard.
Yeah, I did remember him talking about that too.
No. Yeah. And
So what? None of the major downtown crosswalks are losing any of their striping.
then we paint those
right?
every year anyways. So.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll just get our own equipment. We'll just get some stencils and
Right.
put some
really, the only one that has any
reflective.
striping on it would be Easter.
Teasing.
Now you mean already that's gonna be losing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's pretty much gone anyways on Easter. So.
Okay. All right.
How long should the residents expect to have
They'll
some?
be done Friday.
Okay.
So just this week,
Cool.
They'll be done Friday.
Yes.
Until they come back to
in September or
Until
whatever.
the next time when they return for the rest of it. Okay.
the finishing products. Yes.
Cool.
I will let you know I added a $5,200 project to Tomer out of the city expense, out of the city street fund to work on B Street. On the approach on the B Street, they'll shoot oil 50 feet up, level it, chip seal this dirty chip seal stuff, and then shoot it fog coat so that that approach going up B Street isn't rough and it quits washing down dirt.
Okay.
So yes. Like Calden's house where it's washboardy, yeah, they'll take all that out.
Okay.
Either $5,100 there, or we use Motley and pay $7,500. So,
Good call.
and Motley was only 30 feet. We finished at 50. It should hold up pretty well. That's what Albion did on all their roads. Albion's only had the one paved road, which was main road through town. Everything else was gravel. But if you went there now, you would have never known they didn't have paved roads. So, yes. So, with that,
Sounds good.
we got an executive session to discuss a possible litigation amongst employee or public officials.